I don't even really know how to talk about this. It feels very, very surreal.
Is the catalog that they show these toys show up in. He'll randomly get stuff like that, but it's never as cool as this.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he'll grab a number you're probably not supposed to, kind of thing. This is a corporate business, a big business.
Okay.
I'm happy to bring it to you.
Thank you,
Yeah.
man, so much for
No
making the
problem.
drive.
Yeah, you can check me out on Monsters in My Closet Toys on Instagram. I'm on there. A lot of the stuff is older collections, but come check it out.
That's Molly.
We're almost through. And look, look. I don't believe it. Look at that. Dinosaurs, the old kind. Dinosaurs? On Earth?
But all the dinosaurs on this planet died.
Obviously not all of them, Egg Brain. This valley must have protected them somehow. This is perfect. These creatures will be our slaves. We'll make them help us gather ore and build our new base here. And after that, they'll be the front line in our war against the humans and the Dinosaucers.
And what are we then, cheap imitations?
Hey, how's it going?
What's up? Lars.
Anthony.
Nice to meet you.
Thank you so much. Natalie, nice to meet you. Thank you so much, guys.
So what, just start unboxing some stuff? Cool. I got it, you know, we just did, what was that, 15 hours, so hopefully everything's
15-hour
great.
drive, man.
So these are the cards.
Wow.
That come with it. They're all holographic. They're pretty awesome.
So these would have been packaged with the big figures, right?
So,
I think that was the plan.
was it, I mean, these are made by Galoob, so to my knowledge, I mean, the big figures were Glasslight, right?
Right.
I don't know, so I'm a Dino Riders guy.
Right.
So I know a lot about Dino Riders, and I got this collection because people know I like dinosaur stuff. Mm-hmm. And when I got offered this, I was like, yeah, why not?
Right.
You know? So I'm not the most knowledgeable, but I knew it was definitely worth getting.
Sure.
And getting it in the right hands. I do not know if these were planned to go with like those same similar Glasslight figures.
I think that's what I've read.
Did you?
I mean, like most of the info I get is from Master Turtle Customs.
Yeah, he's the dude.
Yeah, so-
He's the dude that knows the most, and he's a really nice guy, very knowledgeable.
I'm sure I'll talk to him after this.
I'm sure. Yeah. He'll want to talk your ear off because he's like, you know, he loves talking to people about it. Those are cool. Some of them have some kind of liquid damage, but this is all how
I can't even hold them.
it was got to me. And then here's so that's 87, and this is 88. Is the catalog that they show these toys show up in. Maybe we won't open that up yet, but we'll start pulling out actual cool things. So I try to keep the figures with their ships.
Wow.
So beautiful, beautiful colors, right?
It looks so good.
Yeah. So there's that. And I'm pretty sure I have all the dinos with their ships, so I kept them close. I, haven't messed with them ever too much, but to me they feel like they have that sort of wiry connector inside, almost like a, Kenner Alien, like, or, I don't know, like maybe similar rubber banding, kind of G.I. Joe-ish. I'm not sure exactly.
Yeah, just to give them
Something, but who knows what's in there, and I don't want to find out, so. And so each of these came with 2 figures that had their weapons, attached to their hands. Little guys.
I gotta see what one feels like.
Yeah, go ahead. Oh, light. I think it's resin.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm smooth.
Yeah. But beautiful paint, right?
Yeah, it looks great. Looks just like the cartoon.
So here's another ship. They have some different actions and stuff like that. These probably aren't finalized exactly how they would be, but still really cool examples.
I think I read they made 4
Sets of them.
sets of these. And
Yeah.
I know that all 4 aren't together because I've seen that for sale by itself.
And I've seen a couple others for sale by themselves.
So at least 1 or 2 sets are broken up even.
Yeah, but this is everything, so that's cool.
Yeah, that's amazing. God, they look better in person.
Yeah. And some of these, like when you move them around, like this guy particularly, I remember like maybe at some point some of this stuff was supposed to be more attached, but like this whole lid will come off, and I don't think it's supposed to. Like the cockpit's supposed to come up and the tail's supposed to come out. But again, I left them exactly how I got them.
Just don't mess with them.
Not messing with it.
It's so clear right there.
Yeah. Not yellowed or anything like that, which is great. It might just be a little bit of dusty, but you know. And then there's when you look in the catalog, there's like a play set and stuff that was supposed to be made for these guys.
Yeah.
That I think exists somewhere, but I don't
think
know.
I read that there's two
of them.
but only one with stickers.
One with stickers. Cool.
I think is what I read.
Again, if you ask me about Dino Riders, I'd be like anything and everything. I just never imagined, because you know the big guys being made in Brazil, I never imagined owning them.
Oh, for sure.
Like, so when this came across, it was a friend of mine in the Virginia area, and he was in a band that my band used to play shows with, and he came across a big collection of toys, and he was not interested in keeping these. I was like, yeah. And then we drove up, 3.5 years ago?
Yeah.
Just like inside a house that the person died, or
I don't think so. I think that the guy, so he worked at I don't want to maybe name the business,
Sure, yeah.
but it was like a business that sells, or they buy like collections of people's stuff, like records and toys, all kinds of things. And I think the guy, he gets a lot of vintage toys that come in, but then there'll be people that are like, I have even more of this stuff. And he'll grab a number, you're probably not supposed to, kind of thing. This is a corporate business, a big business.
Okay.
And I think that that's where he got the lead. And the guy was just like clearing out a whole house.
Wow.
Because it was random stuff. The only other prototypes were like from that movie, The Phantom.
Right.
Yeah, that's
Like the one with Billy Zane?
yeah, the dude of Titanic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because then that's the same company that did Muscle Mutts too.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah. So as far as I know, like those are the really the highest end stuff. Some like carded Star Wars things that he's like he was interested in. But yeah, this was like definitely the thing that stood out to me in that collection. But he'll randomly get stuff like that, but it's never as cool as this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
well, I mean, what could be?
Yeah. So
insane.
along with that, this is all, I mean, I don't know if these were all, you know, purchased or found at the same time. And again, Master Turtle might have some better ideas of this stuff, but this is on the official header, you know, like I have some Dino Riders things that are similar to this, and usually they were like artist examples, and they'd have like the Pantones and stuff that the animators used, but I don't know who these, I don't know the characters, but this is the same pencil work, and it's on there like it's like, you know, not a copy or a facsimile or something.
I've not watched the cartoon for so long, but it kind of almost makes you wonder if like that was an idea to like turn them back into people, or not back into people.
Sure,
but,
or
like,
into like human looking, yeah.
because I mean, like the outfits kind of look similar.
Yeah, did anybody have a similar belt? That'd be funny. If like I've had these for that long and never even thought about that. Yeah.
So many questions.
I guess that, but they would probably look funny if they had like short shorts or something like that instead of pants. So
yeah.
But maybe you're right. That's pretty cool. And this, it's like a clip of an animation cell, but I don't know anything about it.
It was just all together.
Yeah, it was just all together. So it's part of it. And along with that, there's like some other paperwork that maybe this is where the original guy got it, is some Angel Fire listing, you know?
That sounds about right. Some
Like
early days of a toy trade online.
this is, you know, dated 99.
Yeah.
So, you know, maybe people were doing things a little differently. And this is some stuff about, it doesn't really name this animation stuff, but it's got some information that I guess came with this.
Yeah.
You know?
Like these are the people selling it and stuff like
Yeah, yeah. Exactly, yeah. Dear eBay. So this must, the animation stuff must have been bought on eBay at some point.
Right.
But yeah.
That's amazing.
This is, other than that, there was the catalog, which is here. And now we'll open this up and I'll show you. So 1988 Galoob catalog, and I believe they're towards the back. There's some Army gear stuff, some Mr. T. I don't know if I've ever seen that costume on that big. I think it's a big Mr. T. But anyway, there's the play set.
Yeah.
And yeah, the bigger guys.
Yeah,
I guess
the
so.
playset was like meant to play with like both scales.
Yeah, it's cool.
That
It's
would've been neat.
beautiful. But there's some close-ups of them.
Is that the
Yeah.
close-up of the small ones?
So I guess this might be the 8-inch ones,
Okay.
and this is the
Okay, so that's 8-inch, right?
I guess so. Yeah,
Yeah.
eye-popping blister card. Yeah, bonus full color optical action, and then
they're
so then
there with their
4
ships.
2.5-inch ones. Yeah.
Oh, look at that, right in the glue catalog.
Yep. Sitting there. Who
Could have
knows?
been this set.
It could have been. Who knows? But still really cool piece.
That's amazing. I like it. I'm happy with it.
I'm happy to bring it to you.
Thank you,
Yeah.
man, so much for
No
making the
problem.
drive.
It was a trip, but it was fun. We made a good, little vacation out of it. We're going snowboarding tomorrow. And
Nice.
We're camping last night and
Who
stuff.
still has snow?
We're going to Beach Mountain, North Carolina.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know if it's like real snow or not.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
yeah.
Man-made snow. And then he brought some stuff to trade too?
Yeah, I brought some stuff to trade. I brought so this was the random thing I sent you.
Yeah, this is cool.
This was I got it in a collection a long time ago. I used to own a bunch of Power Lords, but I don't anymore. But this is where somebody had, clipped just about everything, like and ads. So it's cool. I mean, I think that this line is so funky, but is artistically, I think, just gorgeous.
Oh, yeah.
So weird.
Like all the file cards and
Yeah,
everything.
it's got all the file cards.
Just the stuff that people would have thrown away.
Yep. Yeah, the stuff
is
that
always
is
cool to
probably
see.
actually harder to find than some of the toys,
Exactly.
But yeah, the Volcano Rock, I had that playset too. It's such a weird chunk of big plastic, I didn't have a perfect bag for this, but I brought the whole LJN Dune line.
Right.
So every character just came straight off card. I got a set that was like beat up cards and took them off because, again, I mean, LJN, they make beautiful stuff.
Yeah.
And these guys I feel like are severely underrated. But everything's in here. So the only issue with any of this is Fade's. Fade
knife's
Ralph's, his knife is broken. I've like looked on eBay for like 4 years, and I don't want to pay $40 for just his little sword.
But if
So-
that's all I have to buy, then
Yeah, you never know. You might find it because
That's
it's
not bad.
probably one of those pieces that you would see and think it's like, like a Motu bootleg
Sure.
or something like that weapon,
Oh,
and
yeah.
then you might end up coming across
could be
it.
in a box somewhere in the other room. Who knows?
Exactly, because it's actually LJN stuff. I feel like usually pretty high quality, but that looks very whatever to me.
Yeah.
But anyway, so that's the only thing with issue, and is that everybody? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I believe that's it, and then the worm. And this guy was put together, so he's open box complete. He was put together and put on my shelf for a while. So I used to have a lot more room to display things, and
Yeah.
now I have to be very, very, very careful with my space. It is really nice, and I thought even if we were able to figure out a trade, even if you didn't keep it, it's good trade bait as
Yeah.
well. And
I like lines that are like kind of small, so like they don't take up a lot of room complete or anything.
yeah, because there was the only other thing that I really were the little, they were like little mini cars, and then there were some blasters, like
Like the
like
role
kid
play
toys,
stuff.
yeah, like the little. There's like a good and a bad blaster, I think.
I know that you put a value on this at about what, $600 or so?
Yeah, about $600.
Okay.
So and this, I don't
Yeah. I
know.
mean, like, how do you value that?
I don't know, $100.
Yeah,
like,
that's kinda what I was
think it's
thinking.
cool, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I'd say $100
Okay. That's kinda
of
what I was
trade.
thinking, too. Sure.
Would be sick.
Let me think real fast.
These Body War things are cool. They're like Mighty Max, but really gross. Yeah, there's like a heart, a brain.
So probably the most expensive ones I have would be that one. And then, let's see. I've kind of decided that I'm not going to go through with this as far as,
Trying to
yeah,
fully do it.
because I don't necessarily want to pay for the rest of them.
Yeah.
And then I kind of thought maybe I'll just keep like the turtles, like
Uh-huh.
like one of each. But then that one too, that one's. So those are. As far, as far
What
as
do they?
value
What?
goes.
I haven't looked at prices for any of these in a minute.
I'd have to double check, but I think they're probably both close to $3.
Or a piece.
Yeah, maybe like $250 or something like that.
Yeah. Cool.
Last I checked. And then like turtles
cool.
are usually like $150 a piece. I think that's what I was getting at the show for them.
Yeah. Do you
'cause they're doubles.
have 10-back turtles at all?
That's what these are.
Okay. So you got a Leo, a
see.
Don.
Leo, Don, Ruff, Michelangelo. So there's a set of
So,
4.
okay.
And I got an extra Don. This one's actually with the pop-up too. So
Okay.
it's like that's like the fan club one.
Yeah. You don't want to get rid of any of your My Pet Monster concept drawings, right?
Man, I just did one of them.
I know. I saw like the preview for it.
The only one that I could do would be this one because it's not like,
Sure.
you know, like that's like a James Groman right there, which is cool.
You saw the one that I have, right?
Yeah. You have one that's a big size like that.
It's
but
about
kind of
it's
red,
that big.
right?
He's like a red dude, yeah, and he almost looks like he's like skanking or something like that. He's pretty sick. Oh, you got a copy of Spookies. I've got one too. So no, is there a signature on it anywhere on the back or anything?
James looked at it and said, "Yep, that's my work."
Okay.
So I mean, you know, take it for what it's worth.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, I'd believe him.
But I did leave the post up, so it'll always be there.
Yeah, as provenance. These would have been cute if they made them.
So I'm guessing that was probably a few years into the line or something.
Yeah, because they had like the babies and stuff that they were gonna make. I've seen some prototypes because Joey Bones. That's who I got mine from.
Okay.
Known that dude for a minute, and I know he got a handful of other stuff.
Yeah.
And he sold to a friend of mine in Atlanta, Danielle, or I can't remember where she got hers from. But anyway, I've seen like a handful of this stuff got out, and it's seemingly about the same time. So it's cool. I saw a couple of the physical prototypes.
Oh yeah.
They're really neat.
I saw one that kind of matched
That one?
which I would love to have both, like as a pair. But I
That
don't think it's ever
guy,
getting back out.
he's sick, dude. That one's sick. Like, I mean, even the football one is crazy looking. Like,
This one's definitely my favorite, and that one just because they made a football one.
yeah,
I think that one's special because of that.
yeah.
But
That the drawings are so
they're all amazing though.
rad.
I'm glad someone saved them.
Yeah, because they could have easily just been put in the trash.
Just like that stuff right there.
Yep. I'd be very much into this and Don and Leo.
Okay.
And so,
Well, let's see. We have the binder too.
yeah,
Okay.
maybe a little something for the binder.
Maybe let's just do all those,
Are you sure?
just for everything, and then
That seems like too much.
well, like the market fluctuates, so it's not like
Okay. I mean,
any of these?
if you're happy with that, I'm very happy with that.
you drove a long way, and I feel like that was a good deal. So,
yeah, I appreciate it.
Cool, man. Let's do it.
Great.
I like it.
Perfect.
I don't even really know how to talk about this. It feels very, very surreal. I guess we can back up just a little bit to last November 2024. I was at a toy show. I came across a couple Dinosaucers bootlegs, went ahead and picked them up, got back, and when I kind of did my little wrap-up session here, I made a pretty simple comment. Dinosaucers is a very scarce line, and I would love to get my hands on some legit figures eventually, but they're very expensive, very hard to come by, and I'll probably never get the opportunity. So I went ahead and picked up these bootlegs because I thought they were pretty well done, and maybe it'll just be a little placeholder and a reminder that I would like to upgrade eventually. The very next day, I had an email from Lars proposing this deal that just seemed well out of my reach. It was further complicated by the fact that he's way down in Florida, I'm up here in Indiana, and it was the dead of winter time. But part of the deal included Lars and his wife basically taking a camping road trip about 1,000 miles north. I think it was a 30-hour round-trip drive, just so they could hand deliver these incredible prototypes. We did have to wait for the weather to break because it's been a pretty crazy winter, so this deal has pretty much occupied my brain for the past 3 or 3.5 months. And even now, after a little bit of time has passed, it still doesn't even seem real. Now, I know I have to address the elephant in the room, and that is, of course, the price. Now, out of all the videos I've done, like 420 or 430, there's been like 4 or 5 times where I didn't share the price, didn't share what I paid for the item I picked up. Each of those 4 or 5 times, there was a very good reason. This one included. We both agreed that it would be a bad idea to share the price on this. From my perspective, there may be another set or two of these out there, and if they ever hit the market, if they ever go on auction or anything like that, I don't want this deal to have any factor on what they might sell for whatsoever, good or bad. And frankly, when it comes down to it, I don't know if I'll be lucky enough to own these forever. I have what I think are some pretty jaw-dropping items in my collection. This pretty much conquers all of it. But for now, I'm the keeper, I'm the caretaker, and I will do my best to take that responsibility very seriously. Now, my good friend Poor Boy Steve actually came down to help me film this because I did not want to mess up the angles. I wanted to make sure every moment got captured because to me, I wanted to treat this less like a standard toy buy and more like a documentation of the existence of something incredible. So hopefully that came across and hopefully it worked out the way I wanted it to. Now, obviously, I don't want to handle these too much, but I do want to give you a closer look at least a few of the things here. The detail is just incredible. They have a certain feel to them. They feel heavy and robust, but very, very fragile and delicate. You can tell they're not production pieces. To me, it's amazing the paint has held up so well for the past 37, 38 years. You can see some of the moving parts that they had planned. You can see how the cockpits open up to accommodate the figures because the figures were created to actually fit inside these ships. The figures themselves are just as detailed, just as beautiful. The articulation is still good to go on them. These kind of feel a little more production ready in my opinion, but I'm pretty sure they're held together by strings, so again, very fragile, gotta be careful. Then of course we can't forget the lenticular cards that were going to be packaged with the 8-inch action figures. Not sure how well that's going to show up on camera, but I would say these are probably just as rare, if not more rare than all the other pieces combined. Just the existence of these cards. Then of course on the back you can see how they're branded by Galoob and Coca-Cola, who was the producer of the cartoon. It's got a bunch of facts about each dinosaur. As Lars said, all these cards have varying degrees of water damage from being stored sometime over the last 38 years. A couple are worse than others. This one's really not that bad. It's just amazing that it exists. Again, it's a very surreal collection to be in possession of, but I will say I had quite a bit of fun figuring out the best way to try to display these, which is always my favorite part. That is all I got for you this time. As always, I want to thank you so much for watching the video, but until next time, stay safe, stay healthy. Love ya. Bye.
God, this guy's sick. I saw when he bought that. Yeah.
The box is crazy.
I love my Pet Monster stuff, and when I saw you, I was like, you walked by it, I think the first time maybe, and I was like, oh shit. I get that.
I know, I can't believe I let it sit there.
Well, you still got it. You still came home with it. And, oh yeah, my Pet Monster animation cells. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But these guys, this was like a Mexican.
Oh yeah, you were telling me about that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're so weird, dude.
I like it.
Oh yeah, he's cool. All the rubber pieces are so neat, and this like weird mesh armor stuff. It's cool.